Listening Library presents What Do We Know About the Curse of King Tut's Tomb? By Ben Hubbard and Hu HQ. Read for you by Ali Nasser. What do we know about the curse of King Tut's tomb? On November 26, 1922, Howard Carter walked down a long, dark corridor leading underground into the sands of the Egyptian desert. At the end was a door to a tomb that had been closed for over 3,000 years. The door was stamped with the name of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh, King Tutankhamun. Say, Tutankhamun. Carter was an archaeologist, someone who studies ancient cultures by unearthing the objects created by them. He had been digging for years in a search for Tutankhamun's tomb. At last, he had found it. His hands trembled as he held a candle up to the door. Carter was not alone. Standing behind him was Englishman Lord Carnarvon and his daughter, Evelyn. Carnarvon was a wealthy aristocrat who had paid for Carter's expedition and work to find the tomb. Like Carter, Carnarvon was fascinated by ancient Egypt. Now it seemed they were about to make a great discovery. Carter picked up an iron rod and poked a hole through the top left-hand corner of the plaster door. He put his candle through the hole to see what was inside. The hot, musty air that escaped made the candle flicker. Slowly, Carter's eyes adjusted to the light, and he could see strange shapes among the shadows. There were statues, furniture, and the glint of gold everywhere. Carter stood still, dumbstruck. The treasures in the tomb were beyond his wildest imagination. "Can you see anything?" Carnarvon asked anxiously. "Yes," Carter finally managed to reply. "Wonderful things." It was an extraordinary moment. Although many archaeologists knew the name Tutankhamun, few believed his tomb would ever be discovered. No one expected it would be found with its treasures intact. Many pharaohs were laid to rest with a large amount of precious objects, and their tombs were often plundered by robbers, some soon after the pharaoh had been buried. In ancient Egypt, entering the tomb of the pharaoh and stealing from it was a serious crime. Those who were caught would be executed, and it was believed that those who were not caught might be struck down by a curse. A pharaoh's curse was like a spell, a punishment that was said to bring bad luck, illness, or even death. Specific curses were sometimes written near the entrance of a pharaoh's tomb to warn intruders and thieves away. Howard Carter had not seen a curse posted at Tutankhamun's tomb, but nothing would stop him from entering even if he had. Discovering the tomb and all its contents was an archaeologist's dream. Carter did not know it yet, but he had just made the largest discovery of Egyptian treasures in history. But perhaps he was also about to uncover something disturbing and frightening. Because soon after discovering the tomb, strange things began to happen to those involved. These events led many to believe that the pharaoh himself was punishing those who had disturbed his resting place from beyond the grave. In finding the pharaoh's tomb, had Carter also unleashed the curse of Tutankhamun on the world? Chapter 1. The Boy King. Tutankhamun is often called the Boy King. That's because he was only 8 years old when he became pharaoh, in 1333 BCE. Although he was young, Tutankhamun had inherited one of the most advanced civilizations of the ancient world. Even at that time, Egyptians were already expert builders and engineers, highly skilled scientists and scholars, and accomplished artists and craftspeople. In addition to their pyramids, temples, and palaces, Egyptians had created a written language and complex religion, and made beautiful jewelry, sculptures, and wall paintings. Egypt's pharaoh was like a living god on earth. Almost always male, the pharaoh was believed to be unbeatable on the battlefield and wore a crown with a uraeus. Say, uraeus. A small cobra figure that could supposedly spit fire at his enemies. The cobra was also the symbol for the goddess Wadjet. Say, Wadjet. One of the many gods the Egyptian people worshipped. The Egyptian gods also included Amun-Re. Say, Amun-Re. The king of the gods, and Osiris. Say, Osiris. The god of the afterlife. In Egyptian wall paintings, Osiris is often shown alongside Anubis. Say,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?